Okay, guys, here we are. Hopefully I think this is gonna be so much fun. But this is what I was telling you about. This is the magical DVD that's gonna tell you everything you need to know. And look, the punctuation is actually different than I thought it was. But it's not like that everywhere. Oh, a comma, right? But look at that font, right? That font is like, and by the way, my room is kind of a mess, okay? My room's kind of a mess, but just don't worry about that. Yeah, look at that font. The Mormons, right? The Mormons. So wonderful. Okay, let's take a look at this DVD here. See what this looks like here on the back, right? Video, look, okay, first of all, right off the bat, video sessions, right? Video sessions. Wow. That's what you have to call things, right? You have to call them video sessions, right? Because what else would you call them? It also includes discussion guide PDF for digging deeper links. Oh my gosh, digging deeper links, that's scary. Lutheran Hour Ministries. That part didn't scare me too much. I was just like, you know what? I don't have a problem with the Lutherans too much. Oh, they have a link here. Look at the bottom line. Derivative work, Salt Lake Temple, Utah. By derivative work, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, okay. I need to take a moment to just kind of soak this in here. But look at number one. Okay, look at the way they phrase this, right? The Mormons, Genesis 18:15. They have a verse. So what are they going to do with that? So what does it even mean? What are these chapters? What does this even mean? The Mormons, Genesis 18:15. What does that even mean? The Mormons, the Exodus 15:02. Oh, wait a minute. What are these timestamps, or this is duration? Must be duration, right? The Exodus, Genesis. See, this is so confusing, right? Wouldn't that be confusing? That's confusing to me. Are Mormons Christian? Oh my gosh, we're gonna find out. It's such a deep question. We're not even gonna tell you until you're halfway through this entire DVD. The burden of belief. Temples of, oh my gosh. Let's just take a moment to think about what we just saw. Temples of the dead. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? That's insulting. That's absolutely insulting. The journey out. Leaving the Mormon faith. Oh my gosh. So what the heck's that about? What is this, Discouragement Central? Apparently, and they don't have any problems with it. They don't care. Let's see what this says here. From its clean-cut bicycling missionaries and imposing Salt Lake Temple. Oh, the Salt Lake Temple is imposing? What do you mean it's imposing? It's imposing? It's imposing on what? Your desire to not have it in your world? Is that how it's imposing? Like, literally a building is imposing on you? It's imposing? How about that building was there before most things were in that city, buddy? Think about that first. Then get back to me. And imposing Salt Lake Temple to its cryptic rituals. Oh my gosh. And closed door secrecy. Oh my gosh. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. The Mormon Church. Look at them. Look at them. Look how funny they are. Look at this. Look at this. In parentheses, AKA. They actually said AKA. Didn't put any periods in there. But literally AKA. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Yeah, maybe you would start with that, the actual name. You guys, Lutheran Hour Ministries, I have a message for you. It's called, why don't you call us what we're really called instead of putting what we're really called in parentheses? You should just start with what we're called. That's like calling McDonald's the hamburger joint. Why don't you just call it McDonald's? That's what it really is. You say the hamburger joint, nobody's gonna know what you're talking about. Anyway, the Mormon Church is both intriguing and mystifying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So scary, right? So scary. Sorry about the glare here. So scary. Despite the growing appeal of Mormonism, its history is fraught with controversy. Despite the growing appeal of Mormonism, the growing appeal, okay, its history is fraught with controversy. Okay, so what's your point? Individual and often fanciful revelations, quote, revelations from God. The murder of its founder. I guess Joseph Smith is the founder. You could call him that. I think that's not really the most clear and it's not the most descriptive word. That's not the best word for Joseph Smith. He's not the founder. I mean, you could call him the founder. I guess he is, but that's not what I think of him as. Of course, polygamy and other peculiar doctrines. Okay. So, like what? You said polygamy. Okay, I can see why that's peculiar, but what other peculiar doctrines are you talking about? If they're that peculiar, why don't you just tell us right now what they are? Past and present have cast suspicion upon today's LDS church. Oh my gosh, spooky. Spooky. So spooky. Oh my gosh. This Bible study. Oh, this is, wait a minute. This is a Bible study? Wait a minute. Give me a second here. I've never seen, 6 sessions. 6 sessions. That's 2 6s away from 666. Oh my gosh. I never saw a Bible study that looked like this. Have you seen a Bible study that looks like this? I never had a Bible study that was just a DVD. That doesn't make any sense to me. But it says, this Bible study examines the group's origins. Joseph Smith, the Book of Mormon, Brigham Young, and others. Let's just look at these, I'm sure purely unintentional sad faces. 1, 2, that's something else, but he's kind of, I'm going to say he's less sad, he's less happy than he is sad. But seriously, the sad faces are built in, right? The discrepancy between Mormon beliefs and Orthodox Christian teaching. Orthodox Christian teaching. Let's take a second to think about what Orthodox Christian teaching is, and let's ask ourselves, are Orthodox Christians the same as Lutherans? No. No, they're not. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. The discrepancy between Mormon beliefs and Orthodox Christian teaching. The meaning of its rituals. Oh my gosh. Just think about that. Think about how that sounds. The meaning of its rituals. That sounds so freaking evil, the way they put that. Baptism for the dead. Endowments for the living and dead. Temple garments. Woo! Celestial marriage. Oh my gosh. And the prominence of the temple. Okay, well that actually sounds not too bad. Okay, here we go. Here we go again, guys. Here we go. Right down the path. Right down the beaten path. To heck. Former Mormons share how their decision to exit the group. Let's think about that for a second and ask ourselves, let's take a step back here. Former Mormons share how their decision to exit the group, I never thought of it as a group. That doesn't quite make sense. How their decision to exit the group was a bewildering and disillusioning experience. What? Let's read that sentence again, please. Former Mormons share how their decision to exit the group was a bewildering and disillusioning experience. Bewildering. Doesn't bewildering mean to be taken into the wild, basically? Doesn't disillusioning mean... Okay, I can see what they mean here. They're actually using the word they mean to use here, okay. But bewildering? I think that's a little insane. Once... Oh, yeah, oh my gosh. I have to take a break some of these times because this is actually so much and too much. Let me just take a break here. I need to take a breath. We'll just focus on some background imagery for a second. Yeah, this is actually insane. Actually insane. Okay, give me a second here while I collect myself. It's actually upsetting. It's upsetting, which is why I'm making this, because I want to make it funny. I'm trying to make something out of nothing here. Obviously, this is nothing. Oh my gosh. I think I would love, as much as I would love to just destroy this in a chemical fire, or something like that, or throw it into the mouth of Mount Doom, or send it on a one-way trip to the sun for reconnaissance, on a reconnaissance mission to the sun. I think I'll hold on to it, actually, because it's actually hilarious. This is hilarious. It's actually a funny relic. Once out, many found themselves cut off and ostracized by their families. Ready to abandon religious faith altogether. Okay. First of all, there's a lot in that sentence. Let's just keep going here. This insightful video Bible study promotes this. Again, this is a video Bible. This is a Bible study. Come on. Maybe it is with the Genesis and Exodus, but I guarantee you it's not. I guarantee you they're using those words. I guarantee you. Genesis, how it begins, how you become a Mormon. Exodus, when you become an anti-Mormon, an ex-Mormon. Yeah, this insightful video Bible study promotes understanding and compassion for our Mormon friends and neighbors while revealing the significant differences between Mormon teaching and the good news of Jesus Christ. Okay, let's take a moment here. You guys, I'm going to set this here for a little bit while I take a seat and talk about a few things, share a couple thoughts, because I have a few thoughts to share. Okay, so we'll just, yeah, there you go. So, notice how it's capitalized, how the good news is capitalized. And I want you to ask, why? Why is it capitalized? We know what they're talking about. They're talking about the gospel, right? Well, let me ask you this. If they're talking about the gospel, they think they're talking about the gospel, that's the thing. If they're talking about the gospel, then why do they say there's significant differences between Mormon teaching and the gospel? I'll tell you why. Because the gospel as they know it is not the gospel. That's why. They believe in the Trinity. They believe in sola scriptura. These are lies. Anyway, yeah. I just like that. Includes discussion guide PDF and digging deeper links PDF. Okay, guys, I think we've taken enough time to admire this horrible work of art. Do you guys want to pop it in and watch it with me? Let's go ahead and do that in the next video.